You're on.
Okay, we're going to go back to the chart. This is Heirloom Box Part 3, and this is the latest pieces that we're doing, and these pieces are coming out under UNESCO. We just talked about the Pinocchio Heirloom Box that's been introduced this June under the UNESCO brand. And let's take a look at these. This is where we are today. This is, again, October 4th, 2008. And the reason I want to go back to the chart is if you look at this, here's the 2008, again, I said Disney decorative boxes, didn't even have a name for them. But here's a line that I did under Harmony Kingdom in 2005, and it's called Lumini Art. But what's interesting about it is that this IUP box was still influencing me in this line called Lumini Art. And Lumini Art, and here now that I've talked about it, because remember, I had the, I'll go over here and just do it here. Remember we talked about the trees on here. And here I was looking at like Rookwood pottery and Art Nouveau trees, at these museums. So here you can see this repeated influence in this piece called Lumini Art. So it's very wood-like, used limited color. And we're going to do a video. I've done around I think I've done 4 nativities now. This I did in 2005. But they had asked me, how about doing like a nativity, a woodland nativity? I said, oh, great subject. So what's wonderful about this is, look, this opens up. And here's the Holy Family inside. And all the visitors to this are the woodland animals. You can see the star in the sky. And I see these birds up here as angels. Flying above, visiting them, the Holy Family. Here's more of them. But again, the most important thing is that you can see, because when I would go to Germany, go to these different museums, there's, of course, a lot of wood use in the 14th, 15th centuries. And you can see this influence of the decorative arts in me. And again, this is 2005. So, here's, you go from this decorative arts. I talked about this in the earlier video, and here you can still see it showing up in these pieces. So I love this. I still have this in my heart. This is there's something I like about this as a religious piece, is that here it is, this private belief sits here quietly, and you get you'd never know what was in there. Never know. And then you see this wonderful nativity. What a great way to approach this subject. Well, so this is 2005. So here we are. We're going to come over to the newest pieces under the UNESCO brand. These pieces will be for sale on our website, along with that Pinocchio box. But boy, there's nothing I love more than a great story. Just fuels these pieces. And what we decided to do, we were going to do some fairy tales, and let's just look at them. Here's Tortoise and Hare, Aesop's fable. Look at this. Now, great. Here now you can see we're really pushing the wood look, low relief. Tortoise, lifts his little head up, and he's going past the rabbit. But the symbolism in this, here you see the rabbit. Look, he's running around this way, and he's running around that way. So, going around and round. What a nice story for a young child. Here's another one in the fairy tale, Ugly Duckling. Look at that, ugly duckling hatched, awkward in adolescence. What a great gift from a dad to his daughter to say, you're not an ugly duckling, you're going to be a beautiful swan. I won't say who it was, but I went to my high school class reunion. I think it was the 45th. And one of the girls that was there was, it was a normal looking girl in high school. Regular looking girl, pretty, and here she was, 40 years later. She was so beautiful, maybe 50, late 50s. And I just thought, oh, here, it was wonderful to see her. A little awkward and just turned into such a beautiful, beautiful adult lady. It just made me feel good about life. So there it is. You can see what's fun about this is now we're using the wood grain to even give you a feeling of water in this. Well, what a step. What a step forward in thinking of this art form. Here, what I like about this is, the heart box, the evil queen and the handle. What this is for me is that the good triumphs over the bad. That's what this is about. So, what I did here is, here's the inside. Look how nice the wood grain is inside. And the good is here, and then the good is here, very decorative art. She makes her wish. There's the wishing well. Here's the happy ending, the castle, the prince, and all of her friends, the dwarfs. There's Dopey and Happy, all the dwarfs on the other side. And you have to really sit down and figure out how you're going to get all this imagery compacted into this. And you can see here, you get this nice shadow, and then you get this bright area here, and then a nice little bit darker handle. This is probably, I think, my favorite in this group that I've done. I just love this. This is Rapunzel. And look at this. Here she is. She's locked up in the tower. And she plays the harp. And he goes by and he hears her. Now here you can see in this decorative arts feeling is you can see the braided hair on the corners here with little pearls in the hair. And notice here the stones are big because you're looking far away. And now look, he hears that harp. And then look, she lets her hair down right into this corner. And he climbs up. Now here she is waiting. And look, I like this because I really wrestled with this. I didn't want her really stepping on her hair. I knew he was going to climb up her hair. So I put the weight of his foot on the back of the horse so that, how could you step on a lady's hair? It just, to me, it's like, can't do that. So I really was worried about that. I first had him climbing up the wall and looked like he was going to make it. So I found the nice, compromise in between. But look at that. Forced perspective, you can see the blocks are smaller. Here they are big and then small. And now look how sweet. Here they are together up there. The horse quietly waiting. Here's the Rapunzel bush. And then I love this part. Here's the happy ending. They ride away and there's the harp left behind. Oh, what a great, wonderful story compaction of imagery. You can see, there's the scissors to cut her hair off. Here she's on his back. See, the hair's been cut. And there's a secret hiding place in here. You could put a ring in there. Isn't that wonderful? This is the only one that opens. But, somebody saw this in your house. They'd never suspect that you could take that off. It has a magnet on it. So you could lift that. Now these I haven't started to put things in. They've only been here for a couple months, but I'm sure I'm going to. That's what happens. Then this is a fun one. This was